Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Salette Sports Network, where we will be bringing you tonight's 8th grade game against the Shiloh Raiders. I'm Liam Benz, alongside me, Charles Prather. Charles, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Just came off a strong study hall, so I'm looking forward to this 8th grade action. 8th grade is 0-3, I believe, right now, but they are showing a lot of promise, so I'm really looking forward to this.
Seems like a bit of confusion on the court.
This isn't a good sign.
Looks like we're missing one of the refs. Seems like he's not out yet, so we'll be delaying the game shortly. We apologize for the inconvenience.
All right.
You can keep stats. That's their starters. Use a pencil. Please don't write it down.
Got it.
All right, looks like that second ref didn't end up making it quite quickly. So we are back and about to get this basketball game started. Looks like for the Salette Lions, starting 5, we have James Agbat-Perone in the number 23 jersey, Mackin in the 24, Bone, it looks like the 10, Mendoza in the 33, and Owen Whitehead in the, apologize, I can't see his number at the moment, the 25. There's the tip. It's going to be Blues ball off that.
Mendoza won the tip. It looked like Jimmy Bourbeau knocked it out of bounds in the scramble. That was a nice dump down by number 14 to number 10, who opens the game with a 2-point bucket.
Mackin with it now down the side of the court. Finds some trouble with the defense. Ball comes loose. He's able to keep it though. Gets it to Mendoza. It's going to be a jump ball.
It'll be Salette's ball underneath.
Mackin inbounding it for the Lions. Mendoza with it at the top. Agbat-Perone. Dribbling. Stolen by the Raiders. Number 13 goes up for a layup. Raiders going to put another 2 points on the board early in this game.
Looks like the Raiders are in a full court press. Something that the Lions definitely aren't very used to, it looks like. And good ball pressure by number 13, Rode. He will turn the ball over again and finish the layup. So 6 quick points for the Raiders. Their ball pressure on defense is something else. The Lions not very comfortable under that kind of pressure. So hopefully they will pick it up and adjust fairly quickly.
Let's hope so. That timeout was called by the Lions.
New coach, Mr. Ben Cahill this year. One of the 2 new coaches in the basketball coaching staff. The other coach, Rustio.
Shiloh Raiders making their way back out onto the court after that timeout. Lions taking it out of the huddle. It's going to be Lions ball under the hoop.
So it looks like the Lions are running some sort of a press break now, which is a good adjustment right away. And layup by James Agbat-Perone will result in a trip to the charity stripe. 2 shots for James Agbat-Perone.
First shot is up and good there. Lions need to make sure to box out here In case this ball comes off. Second one is in as well. James Agbat prone putting the first couple points on the board for the Lions. Shiloh Raiders setting up their offense. Pass is tipped and intercepted by James Agbat Perone to Bourbeau. Whitehead with it now. Loose ball, stolen. Raiders with a quick break. Layup is going to be no good. Agbat.
James dribbling through heavy traffic, somehow gets it through. But the ball will be tipped out of bounds. Looked like the Lions had good transition. They were passing the ball well, but just too much dribbling by Owen Whitehead through that traffic. Easy steal for number 13. The comical play there from the inbounds, bounced off of James's face and straight into Patrick Mackin's hands. So the 3 ball is up and no good. Transition move by number 13. He will miss it. Good pass by Owen Whitehead to Jimmy Bourbeau.
Whitehead with it again. Pump fakes the 3. Mackin. Back to Whitehead. Long cross-court pass to Agbat Perone. He's going to dribble inside. He will be fouled. It's going to be on the floor, though.
That foul will be on number 14. Bud. Inbounds to Mendoza. Good cross-court pass to Owen Whitehead, who will put up a 2-point jumper and miss it. Good transition pass by the Shiloh Raiders will result in a 2-point bucket for number 14, Bud. And a wild pass will go out of bounds. Raiders ball.
Raiders always seem to have somebody get into the hoop, the Lions basket on offense, allowing them to get those quick breaks with relative ease, putting up easy points.
Oh, good steal by Mendoza. He will dribble it all the way down and drop it, and it'll go out of bounds. It looked like he went for a little jump stop and slipped. He didn't want to travel, so he let go with it. Looked like he thought they would call a travel. So just kind of let it bounce out of bounds. It'll be a blue ball. Good pump fake by number 14. Gets Mendoza off of his feet. Good little drive by 13. Results in 2 more points. That'll be 6 for him. James drives in and gets a 2-point bucket. He is responsible for all 4 of the Lions' points, 2 free throws and a layup.
Good tip pass there by Mackin. Ball will, looks like they are going to call it off of the Raiders' hands. Good defensive stop there by Mackin to get in between that pass. James Agbat Perone loses the ball, 13 with it, off of that defense. Goes up for a jumper, no good. Mendoza with the rebound. Mendoza now bringing it up the court himself. Passes it to James. Almost had an over and back there, but was able to jump over to the line. Lanthier with it now. Looks like he's going to be called for a travel there. A little over 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Raiders ball. Top of the arc, 13. Pass into traffic, somehow gets it back himself. Number 1, open, takes a shot, hard off the rim. Scramble for the ball, but the Lions are able to maintain possession. But a turnover resulting in another 2 points for the Shiloh Raiders.
Thomas Lanthier checked in for Evan Whitehead, and now Branston Hodell will come in for Jimmy Bourbeau. So Lions have been having lots of trouble with Shiloh's pressure, especially James is under heavy pressure from number 13. Little drive in by Thomas Lanthier. It's a good little floater, but didn't go in. And the Lions just need to get back on defense right now. They're struggling to get back. Shiloh is they're leaking a player on the outside, so he's easy layups for the Shiloh Raiders so far.
Lions need to stay calm here and maintain possession, make good passes. So as we were saying, the Shiloh Raiders are always seeming to beat the Lions back to the hoop, allowing them to get easy baskets. James Agbat-Perrone struggling with 13's defense. Needs to find a break to the outside. It's going to be Lions ball under the hoop. Lanthier inbounding. Mackin with it now, dribbling up. Pass is blocked by number 13. Remain Lions ball. Lanthier with it, jump shot, no good.
Rebound by number 45 for Shiloh. Pass to 14, wide open three, rims in and out. Offensive rebound by number 13. He will miss it. And number 10 will draw the and one. On the night, number 13 leads Shiloh with 8 points. And number 14, Bud, and number 10, Grease, are tied at 4 apiece. Number 10 can put himself at 5 with this free throw. And he misses it, but an offensive board will give Shiloh a second chance shot. He will miss it though, and Zachary Mendoza will be fouled on the rebound.
Just under a minute left in this first quarter. James with it under heavy defensive pressure. Double teamed. Shiloh will get that. James though gets it back. Bit of trouble with the ball there. Pick up his dribble. Evan Whitehead with it. Lanthier inside, dribbles in, goes up for the shot. Defensive rebound.
Good passes by Shiloh, moving the ball quickly, getting their players open. Offensive rebound, layup attempt, no good. He will Evan Whitehead brings it up and passes it to Branston Hodel, who will pass it to Thomas Lanthier, who shoots and misses. Rebound Shiloh. Buzzer beater, no good. So we will go into second quarter. Shiloh Raiders 16, Lions 4. So the name of the game so far has just been Shiloh's heavy defensive pressure. It doesn't look like the Lions are really used to that. They're playing very loosely when they should be really focused and moving, and they're kind of confused, it looks like, on who's doing what. So hopefully they'll gather it up and we'll have a better second, third, fourth quarter. The only point scorer for the Lions tonight is James Agba-Perrone with a 2-point layup and 2 free throws. First horn sounds.
Ball coming into the start of the second quarter. Number 13 inbounding for the Raiders. He'll be giving it right back to him. Sets up the Raiders offense, excuse me. Number 1 with it, 14 at the top, 45, finds 13 in the corner. Good ball movement by the Raiders. Drive in by number 14, and that'll be another 2 points for the Raiders. Good offensive ball movement. Cross-court pass by Thomas Lanthier is going to be intercepted. 13 will go up for the easy break, resulting in another 2 points. Inbounded to Mackin, back to Evan Whitehead. Another sloppy pass intercepted. 13 with another easy break. He'll go up again. Score will be 22-4 in favor of the Raiders.
The Lions are just giving up easy points, and they're not being very careful with their passing, and that's where they're having trouble. Thomas Lanthier gets away with a travel there, somehow gets the ball back, but it is stolen by number 13 from Shiloh, and he will be called for a travel. 2 substitutions for the Lions. James Ibaprone in for Thomas Lanthier, and Patrick Mackin in for somebody, but there's some confusion. Looks like Lions had 6 on the court. That's careful. That's lucky they got away with that. That could be a technical. Score 22-4. 4 minutes and 54 seconds left in the first half. Inbound to Patrick Mackin. Looked like James Ibaprone was triple teamed. He gets the ball to Patrick Mackin for a 2-point baseline jumper. 22-6.
Raiders swinging the ball around the arc. 13's going to drive in, have no luck, but he finds 10. He's going to put up a shot. Be no good. Rebounded by Evan Whitehead. Agbaperone looking to set up the Lions offense. Good defense by the Raiders. Pass to Mackin. Almost lost it there. It is going to be a reach on the Raiders. It's going to be number 13. The Lions ball, the baseline.
Ooh, Patrick Mackin steps over the out-of-bounds line in his inbound. That'll be Raiders ball, and we have a substitution. Thomas Lanthier in for Evan Whitehead.
Shiloh Raiders with the ball now. Lions putting up some good defensive pressure here. Pass is tipped by James Perone. Will be the Lions ball. Looks like it did end up coming off of Shiloh's hands.
Shiloh's in about a 60% court press, putting lots and lots of pressure on the ball handlers, and the Lions' movement without the ball is very troublesome for them. They're forcing their passers to float long passes over the defense, which are very easily intercepted with a little bit of movement by the defense. Good ball movement by the Raiders. Open jump shot from the baseline. That'll be good by number 13. 2 more points. He's at 14 on the night. Another steal. Mendoza had it on the ground, but it was picked up by number 21 from Shiloh.
Fast break layup is not going to find its way in. Shiloh does retain possession, though, off of the rebound. Driving in, 14 with a jumper right inside. No good. Rebounded by Mendoza. Long court pass. to Mackin. It will bounce off of Shiloh's back and will be picked up by another one of their players. Open shot for Shiloh again, hard off the rim. James Agbat-Perrone with the rebound. Coming down the side of the court, finds his way into the paint, goes up for two. It's going to be another two for James Agbat-Perrone.
He leads the team with 6 on the night. The only other scorer, Patrick Mackin, with a 2-point jumper.
Good screen there from the Raiders. Sets up a nice channel down to the basket. 14 will be fouled going up, so he'll be sent to the free throw line.
The proverbial charity stripe. He will shoot one to attempt to finish off his 3-point play. Absolutely no rotation on that ball. Easy rebound for the Raiders.
Substitution for Shiloh. Number 1 coming in for number 14.
I think the Lions thought the ball went in because they did not move for that rebound. Easy steal from a pass that the receiver wasn't looking, results in 2 more points for the Shiloh Raiders. Number 1 will put himself in the book with 2 points there.
Not sure what the Lions would have been looking at there for that ball if they thought it went in, but there's Patrick Mackin with a 3 to find its way in from the backboard.
The bank is open tonight, I assume.
Shiloh putting up a 3 in response. It'll be no good. 2 offensive rebounds there. 21 with a jumper. That's going to be good. Making the score 32-11. Little bit over a minute left in this second quarter, coming close to halftime. Patrick Mackin with it, struggling to find a pass. Finds Hodal.
Lucky he didn't have a 5-second call there, but still results with Shiloh's ball. A nice Euro step by number 13. And he will put himself at 16 points on the night. The Lions broke double digits recently on the Patrick Mackin 3. Thomas Lanthier got away with another travel, but that won't matter because Blue will steal the ball right back.
So it gets a push on Evan Whitehead. Substitutions in for the Lions.
Mendoza in for Jimmy Bourbeau and James Agbat-Perrone in for Thomas Lanthier. 37 seconds left in the half. Shiloh has the ball. Cross-court pass to 13. He will put up a layup and miss it. James pushing the ball up the court. He's going to look to score. A nice Euro step, but he will be called for the travel because he put his off leg down.
.19 seconds left in the half. Shiloh looking to put some final points on the board before that buzzer goes off. Just under 10. .13 with it. Comes in for the jumper. It's going to be hard off the rim and no good. Score ending this first half. Lions 11, Shiloh Raiders 34. Lions seem to be struggling quite a bit with the pressure from the Shiloh Raiders defense, and it's not helping very much when they are lobbing their passes directly to them. But we are hoping that the Lions will pick up their offense in the second half, try to navigate their way through the Shiloh Raiders' tight defense.
The Lions need to they need to work on calming down with the ball, but that's about the only thing I can say right now. And we'll be back with you after the break. Welcome back to this live stream of the Salette Lions versus the Shiloh Raiders after an abysmal first half. The Lions return to the court. The score 34-11. For the Shiloh Raiders, their leading scorer is number 13, Road, with 16 points on the night. Number 14, Bud, with 8. Grease with 2, number 10, and number 21, Reese, with 2. For the Lions, James Abaprone with 6, 2 layups and 2 free throws, and Patrick Mackin with 5, a layup and a 3.
That description of the first half, Charles, reminds me of your attempted dunk in the blue and white game.
Yeah, that was abysmal as well. Shiloh Raiders pick up right where they left off at the end of the first half, as do the Lions. The Lions promptly turn it over, and the Shiloh Raiders promptly steal it. Number 13 will go to the line, shooting 2. First one rims in and out.
Lions need a box out here. Get this rebound.
And the second one bounces around, but goes in. Thomas Lanthier on the inbound will get it to James Abaprone. He's guarded 75% court by number 13. He will pass it to Evan Whitehead. Cross-court pass down to Thomas Lanthier, who will pass it straight to number 45 from Shiloh. Number 13 gets away with a carry there and lays it up for 2. The Lions having problems with inbounding.
Lions seem to be still making those sloppy overhead passes. There's another one from James Abaprone. 13 is down court before he can make it back for another easy 2.
Seems like the beginning of every quarter for the Lions results in 6 quick points from the Shiloh Raiders, 4 of them from number 13. In fact, that has happened every single quarter.
Bit of inbound confusion. Gonna pass the ball into James Abaprone, who just walked right back out of bounds with it. Shiloh's ball. 13 goes in for another drive and layup. It's another 2 points for him. Lions need to calm down with the ball, make their passes. Another sloppy pass. Only tipped by Shiloh this time, so it'll stay the Lions' ball, luckily.
We'll have Branston Hodell checking in for Evan Whitehead. And Thomas Lanthier inbounding on the sideline. He gets it to Zachary Mendoza, who dribbles in instead of passing it to his wide open teammate. James Abaprone is pushed, and the ball will bounce off of a Shiloh Raider foot and go out of bounds. Another inbound from Thomas Lanthier goes straight to Shiloh. They have very good passing in transition. Fortunately for the Lions, this one is missed. James, pushing hard, dropped the ball, and another turnover for the Lions with a little 2-point baseline jumper from number 1. 2 more points for him, total for the night 4.
The Lions need to firstly get back on defense and mark up on those players once they get back. They're being beat to the hoop every time. Shiloh with the ball now, scores 43-11. 13 with it at the top of the arc. It's number 1, looking for a pass. Finds 14, who beats Mendoza, goes up for the layup down the center, and that will be good.
The Lions opened up the Red Sea for him there. I think Mendoza jumped out to try to intercept the ball, missed it, and there was no recovery and no help defense. And when that happens, normally there's a wide open layup. It's a Shiloh pass for once. Bounces off of another Shiloh player's head. but Branston Hodel will turn it over, and Shiloh has one more easy layup. Fortunately for the Lions, it was missed this time.
Rebounded by the Lions. James Agbeperone with it. The top. Number 13 with an easy defensive tip. James playing a little bit sloppy with his dribbling. He's going to continue to be pressured. It will remain the Lions' ball, though, after that quick scramble.
The Lions are making the same mistakes they've been making all game. They're not coming to the ball. They're not helping out. And then the Shiloh's double team. They're not giving their teammates an open look. It's if you think about it, there's 5 men on each team. So if 2 men are on defense and they're pressuring 1 man, somebody's got to be open. But the Lions aren't taking advantage of that. The Lions finally forcing a few turnovers, but they seem to promptly turn it over right back every time they do so. Good little pressure forces a missed layup. But I think that the Lions could have gotten back quicker on that defensive play. They're playing timidly, and I think it looks like they're having trouble. I think they might have given up a little bit, but hopefully they'll hang in.
Former coach John Spezia would not be too happy with this timid playing. He would like to replace that word with one of his favorites, tenacious.
And it was a very favorite word of Coach John Spezia.
Blake Wall coming in. He'll be inbounding for the Lions to Evan Whitehead. He's going to find Mendoza. Back to Whitehead for the open 3. That will be good. 3 points for the Lions. Good shot there by Evan Whitehead. Putting some points on the board for the Lions. Scores 14-45. A 3 in response from Shiloh. It's going to be no good. Defensive rebound by Mendoza. Blake Wall with it now. Back to Agbeperone. Evan Whitehead looks for the open 3 again. Doesn't have it.
Pass tip by Shiloh, but recovered by Blake Wall. Cross-court pass to either Evan Whitehead or Jimmy Bourbeau was tipped by Jimmy Bourbeau and went out of bounds. Both of them were open, so unfortunate little miscommunication. Shiloh's ball. 1:20 left in the third quarter. 45 Shiloh, 14 Lions. Leading scorer for Shiloh, number 13 Road, with 22 points on the night. Air ball from number 21, and for once the Lions get a player back, but he pulls up early and puts up a sloppy layup. The ball will bounce out of bounds off of the Shiloh defenders.
Couple seconds here, under a minute. Shot from James Agbeperone is going to be off the rim, no good. 45 seconds left in this third quarter. Shiloh's ball. Number 15 with it. Looking for a pass, finds 21 open. 21 will take that shot, and it will fall. It's another 2 points for the Shiloh Raiders, 47-14. 30 seconds left. James Agbeperone with the first solid pass we've seen probably tonight from the Lions. Wasn't lobbed, it was a direct chest pass to Mendoza, who was able to put it up for the easy 2 points there.
It was a good find by James. The best passes are the ones that your teammates aren't even expecting because they're so open. Because that means the defense isn't expecting it. So he snuck it in there. Mendoza was able to finish. And the Lions forced the Raiders to not be able to shoot the ball at the end of the third quarter. We're seeing a little bit more even playing. It might just be because the Shiloh subs are in, but a little more even playing. It's been a few minutes since Shiloh scored, and the Lions managed to put up 5 points this quarter. I believe that's the most they've put up in a quarter tonight. It would be nice to see some pressure on the ball from the Lions guards. especially James Abaprone, because the Raiders are putting lots of pressure on the Lions, and that is not helping out our offense, so it would be nice to see them get after it a little bit defensively. Thoughts, Liam? Liam doesn't have any thoughts. And we are going into the beginning of the fourth quarter, 47-16 Shiloh Raiders. Their best player, number 13, is checking back in. I'd like to see some fireworks from him if we can't get them from our boys. Pass to number 21.
Loose ball. Mendoza recovers it. 21 still manages to recover it. Looks like he's going to be fouled. Foul by James Abaprone, excuse me. Shiloh's ball. 13 has come back in the game for the Shiloh Raiders. 21 with another jumper. That one falls as well.
He doesn't miss that shot. I think he's taken it 4 times. He's 3 for 4.
And on both sides of the court as well. I believe you're correct.
That'll be a foul on Blake Wall, number 5 for the Lions. The other thing about the Lions' defense is they don't seem very confident on who they're guarding, so it would be beneficial for them if they communicated a bit more. Number 2 wide open for a 3-point shot, and he drills it. Number 2, Key. It's a 3-point shot early in the fourth quarter for the Shiloh Raiders.
That puts the score 52-16 in favor of the Raiders, as it has been all game.
Zachary Mendoza with a offensive rebound and putback, and he will get the and one. His first trip to the charity stripe. Let's hope he can finish the 3-point play. I think there have been 3 and ones on the night, and this would be the third. The first 2 were not finished. And he will brick it hard off the backboard.
Don't think there was any rim involved in that shot whatsoever.
We are 0 for 3 on 3-point plays tonight. Luckily, the first 2 were Shiloh. Number 2, the recent 3-point basket scorer, will bring the ball up the court. The pass into the post will go off of Shiloh Raider hands. We'd like to see the Lions break 20 here. Nice pass to Thomas Lanthier inside, but he doesn't handle the pressure well and throws up a bad shot.
Number 2 with it once again. Good screen from 20, but he's going to lose his dribble there. Good defensive pressure by Blake Wall to force that turnover.
Not a turnover, but he will force the out of bounds. Branston Hodel checking in for Jimmy Borbeau, and Ramel Cruz in for Thomas Lanthier. Don't think I've seen Ramel play yet, so this is exciting. Good thing he missed that, because that would have been the very first play.
Looks like an injury timeout. One of the Raiders players, it looks like number 24, the one who put up that layup there, rolled his ankle on his way back down. It's going to be helped to the bench
by Shiloh coach and Mr. Jason Lanthier. Looks like he can't put any pressure, so let's hope he's okay. And number 45 will check in for the Shiloh Raiders to replace his fallen comrade, number 24. Lions ball on the side. They got lucky there because that would have been Shiloh's ball, but it turns out to be Shiloh's ball anyway.
Pass into space, easily intercepted there.
I think that's easily the 50th turnover on the night for the Lions.
I would put that number close to that as well. 20 with the jumper. Off the rim. Rebound by Mendoza. Looks for Blake Wall, but excuse me, Blake Wall doesn't see it. James Agbaprone with a little bit of sauce, but he won't find the hoop.
Normally one does a Euro step at the hoop, not at the free throw line, but that's okay. We'll give it to him. Good passing by the Raiders. And number 14 will draw the and one.
Drives into traffic. Is able to draw that foul.
Not an and one, excuse me. That is a foul on the ground.
Number 1 in for 14. He'll be doing the inbounding for the Raiders. 21 with it. Looks to take that shot that he loves so much, but he can't seem to find it. Good defense by Mendoza.
It's unfortunate. James Agbaprone is a pretty good offensive player, but he's looking a little lazy on defense, so maybe he'll snap out of it and put some pressure on the ball. That is to be hoped. With 53 seconds left in the game, he will lob it over Branson Hodell's hand and out of bounds. 54-18 Shiloh Raiders. Their leading scorer on the night, now on the bench, finishes the game with 24 points.
Shot by the Raiders, no good. James Agbaprone with the fast break, goes up.
He won't finish it, but Blake Wall will. Blake Wall. 2 points for the Lions.
Blake Wall allowing the Lions to break 20. 9 seconds left in the game.
Mendoza thought about going back up on his own rim. That could have been bad. 2 seconds left. Blake Wall will not realize that the game is over and won't attempt the futile buzzer beater. So the Lions fall to the Shiloh Raiders 54-20. Stats on the night. James Agbaprone leads La Salette Lions with 6 points. Patrick Mackin with 5. Evan Whitehead with 3. Mendoza with 2. And Wall also with 2 for the Shiloh Raiders. Number 13 leads the team with 24. Followed by number 14 with 8. Followed by 21 with 6. Greece with 4, St. Clair number 1 with 4, and Key with 3. On the night, 54-20. And if the Lions would not turn the ball over, maybe they would have done well. And we will sign out for the night. Please join us for the varsity games on Friday and Saturday, as well as for the JV and varsity rugby scrimmages and tournaments Friday and Saturday. And good night from the La Salette Coliseum.